Blackbeard says, do people honestly believe that crime will somehow magically stop once police are gone? And what do we do with criminals? Yeah, I mean, I don't think they care, Blackbeard. I think they want more rampant crime so that because the more upset everything is, the more they can argue that they need a socialist revolution. And,
Yes.
That's what this is all about. This has nothing to do with actually helping the black community. And by the way, this is all about, you'll notice that this is all about money. And it comes down to it, it's all about they want reparations. And they want a Marxist revolution. And this is actually where the Marxism part comes in, like more classically Marxism. So we say Marxism as a more of a metaphor, because Marx was about class struggle and they've made it about race. But there is actually an element of actual Marxism that comes into here, which is what they do is they've combined this tribal racism with Marxism, where what they say is, well, the lower class is synonymous with people of color. Like the poor is synonymous with people of color, and wealthy is synonymous with white. And so then they actually do couch their arguments in more classical Marxist rhetoric, which is, the oppressed working classes need to revolt against the capitalist oppressors. And by the way, oppressing working classes for them equals black, and oppressors equals white.
Yes.
They do still have actually an element of more classical Marxism even today woven through. And you can see that when people get in arguments about this stuff. And I've seen some stuff on Twitter and on YouTube in comments and stuff about, well, do you think that blacks aren't worse off? Like, do you think slavery hurt us, and shouldn't we get some kind of reparations for that? And blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all about the money. It's all about reparation. It's all about money. It's all about money, and it's all about a Marxist revolution. That's what it's all about. And by the way, saying that you're an individualist and that people living today don't owe other people living today things that they didn't actually, like things that aren't a result of their behavior. Like, you don't owe anything today. If you didn't harm someone, you don't owe them. Saying that is not the same thing as saying stuff that happened in the past had an effect on future generations. Absolutely it did. Did slavery have an effect on the black community in America? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. One of the major effects is you're here and not in Africa. Another major effect is you had Jim Crow laws. You had like a lot of, you were treated horribly and started off, I say you collectively, I don't mean, it's not, none of you, anyone alive listening to this, it's not you, it's your ancestors. Like, yes, it had a bad effect. It had an effect. Everything has an effect in history, right? Everything's had an effect. So it's not the same as saying that this was a bad thing. If you're proposing that we go back in a time machine and free the slaves and punish the slave owners, I'm all for it. Invent the time machine. Well, I'll go with you. That's a great idea. But that's not what you're suggesting. You're saying people who have the same skin color today as the small percentage of people in the past who did these bad things, all the people who have the same color today, skin color, as people in the past who had that skin color who were oppressed by that small percent. It makes no sense. That's not how morality works. That's not how justice works. Justice is an individualist idea. There's no such thing as a collective justice unless you're a tribalist. I was thinking about this. We've called it collectivism. This is tribalism. This is the primitive base tribalism. This is my tribe was wronged 4 centuries ago by your tribe. Your tribe needs to make restitution to my tribe. This is tribalism. This is pure, unadulterated, primitive tribalism, which is gross and backward and has no place in modern discourse.